everyone. I hope you're enjoying the Parenting in the Pandemic course. I have been talking with so many families lately that are just really having a tricky time, and no wonder. We've been in this thing for many months now, and it's not really clear how much longer we're going to be here. So as you think about these tools, I hope that you know that they will work for parenting, whether you're in a pandemic or not. And of course, when you're in a situation where you're under stress, you need them more, right? Because it's harder to parent when things are this stressful, and when we're leaning so deeply into the unknown. And it's harder to parent children who are under stress too, of course, right? And our children are under stress. They're learning on Zoom, many of them, or they're just, they're socially isolated. They might not be seeing as many friends or connecting with the social circles that usually ground them. So knowing that, I want to talk to you about staying calm. So the deal is this: without parental calm, the best parenting tools, like I can give you the best ones in the world, and if you can't stay calm, they're not going to work. I know that's like kind of an unfortunate truth, right? But it is one that we need to kind of think about and think with. Now, I want to say that the goal is not to stay calm 100% of the time. Of course, that's not possible, right? No human being can do that all the time. And it is okay to have moments that you need to repair. That said, you can't really repair until you've calmed yourself. So even for the times when you just can't stay calm all the time, knowing how to calm yourself down so that you can deal with the situation in the way that is going to be effective for your child and that's going to kind of mesh with your parenting style is also really, really important. And it's a practice of building resiliency, right, for your children and also for yourself. How do we get to a place where even if things are getting really dicey, you're able to either notice that you need to take a second and calm yourself down, or say, hey, that was really hard. I didn't show up the way I wanted to show up. I'm going to repair it. And I can talk to you another day about our method for repair. But, just being really gentle and vulnerable with yourself, that sometimes it's not going to happen, and sometimes it is going to happen. And we really want to focus on increasing the number of times that you are able to stay calm. So what I want to say about staying calm is that children are reading your body and your voice and kind of your energy for signals of stress, of edge in your voice. So when things are starting to get a little bit challenging, there's a couple things you can think about in order to calm yourself down. So one of them is softening your brow and softening your eyes. So a lot of us carry like a lot of stress and anxiety and worry and frustration in our foreheads and in our eyes. So, if that is you, and it is most of us, know that your children are going to read that. That's a part of your body they really tend to. And one thing that you can focus on is really softening your brow and using soft eyes. Okay, so soft brow, soft eyes. Now these next two kind of hacks for staying calm, I really like because they're sort of tricks that you can use to kind of fake it until you can make it. I do believe that you can fake it until you make it as long as you're on the path to making it, as long as you're putting forward some effort and some intentionality around staying calm, you're going to be able to do this. Okay, so when you think about cultivating your calm, when we get angry, frustrated, mad, we often want to speed things up. Or get louder, get bigger. And I want you to kind of hack your brain-body system by doing exactly the opposite of that. So you can walk really slow, like you could imagine walking through quicksand or wet concrete. So really slowing your body down. If you're a yogi, you could move really slowly into a yoga pose, maybe your favorite pose, maybe a calming pose. So that's one, slowing your body down, and the other one is whispering, or really reducing the sound of your voice, right? So you might have to actually talk like this, and that would be fine. Now for both of those, whether you are slowing your body down or slowing your voice down by whispering, what is going to happen is that that's going to send calming signals to your brain that's like interpreted as, this is okay. So that's sort of how we're going to go about rerouting the neurological patterns in your mind so that you can start to practice getting calm even when things are really, really challenging. And oftentimes it's ironic, right? But oftentimes the times that our kids most need us to be calm are the times that are really challenging. So let's talk about why calm is so important. Calm decreases the chance that you are going to get into a deadlock of wills with your child. Why do I have to do this? Because I said so. I don't want to do it. You have to do it. Like, we want to just get off the battleground. I don't even want you in the game where there's a battle. And so keeping calm decreases the chance that there's going to be a deadlock of wills. It also helps you to stay on the path. It decreases the likelihood that you are going to escalate things. So a lot of times we may become frustrated with our children and then we participate in the escalation. So calm reduces both of those things. As we said in the beginning, parental calm is the thing that is going to make any tool work. So know that regardless of the tools that you're using or the method that you're working with, if you cannot cultivate a sense of calm in yourself, the tools are not going to work. Now, this sense of calm does not have to be 100% of the time. It just has to be a good portion of the time and working towards more. I think staying calm is a practice, and it's one that for most of us we're doing for our entire lives. The other thing about kids seeing your calm is that they hugely, hugely benefit. So children benefit from seeing your calm because when they witness conflict, frustration, without excess anger, excess fiery emotions, they learn to regulate through a range of emotional states. And that is the thing that I most want for your children. I want them to learn how to regulate across a range of emotions in relationship with you. And so a big piece of this is modeling. It does not have to be perfect. I can't stress that enough. But it does need to be vulnerable, and it does need to be practiced. And we want our children to be able to witness that, so that they have kind of a template for like, this is how you get through tricky times, and this is how you do it in relationship, not with anger and fighting that breaks or disrupts the relationship. Instead, we want to go into the relationship when things are hard. But that requires really concentrated, deep calm. The kind of calm that is going to work for you here is like warm, inviting, present calm. It is not like scrolling on your phone, disengaged, staring off into the distance, playing out a million scenarios in your head calm. Okay? So know that we're looking for warm, engaged calm. Oftentimes warm, engaged calm has fewer words and more like effusive, soft eyes. I got it. Yeah. Presence. You don't have to explain anything. You don't have to lecture, like do all of those kinds of things. Most adults tend to be very, very verbal. So know that cultivating your calm is going to be one of your strongest parenting tools. It's critical to supporting development, for good development in your child. It's critical in developing the relationship and using a relationship-based parenting approach. And all children really do need our calm in order to develop their own resiliency. So know that we're working in kind of a co-regulation framework, and you can go back to the first module if you've forgotten what that is. But kids are hardwired to take on your feeling. And so parenting in this way means that adults take an increased responsibility for the emotional landscape of the family and of the home and of the parenting relationship. And for that reason, cultivating your calm is really critical. And I don't think I can say enough that this is a lifelong practice. It's something that we're going to be working on, most of us, until we're very, very old, when we're grandparents and great-grandparents and hopefully great-great-grandparents. So it's not shooting for perfection. It's just shooting for effort and vulnerability, community, and connection in that effort, knowing that sometimes it's going to require repair and cooling off and getting better, and talking about like, oh, Mama got really mad that time. I'm working on that. What helps you when you get really mad? Right? So that you're modeling this thing about like, I'm working on this thing. But it's hard to say that, of course, to a child, because oftentimes our children repeat the things that we say. And so then it's just to open ourselves up to the world. And what I want to say to you is that's okay. You're allowed to be working on this for the rest of your life. And what better journey to be on than to work on that yourself, so that you can support your children to be the best humans and beings that they can possibly be. I hope this has been helpful. My mission is to help you develop calm and cooperative homes. I'm sending you all the calm, and I urge you and encourage you to go practice it. Use those keys to calm. It's a skill. You can learn it. It's like riding a bike. Slow yourself down. Quiet your voice. Soften your brow and your eyes. Take care.